Alright, one more for the day, I think, and that'll be plenty to get you started. Because, obviously you can look through all these videos. I do recommend just watching the first one and just practicing just getting the chords. But, by all means, you're going to be curious about more of the stuff. That will seem like a pretty small amount, I imagine. It depends on what you're comfortable with, how quick you run with learning this stuff. Because everyone learns at a different pace, and that's completely fine. So, if you feel you want to learn more, by all means do. It will only help, but the big bit I want you to avoid is overcomplicating it and sort of getting paralysis by overanalysis, which is a common thing a lot of people do. You will tend to just overcomplicate everything and shut down and not do anything. When by a million miles, if there is one key point with beginner players, it's just put your hands on the instrument and play it. Even if you're just holding it while watching TV and barely touching the thing. Just so long as it's there and you're noodling to whatever degree, it's all good. It will all add up to build your skills and your basic abilities. So, with that said, we're going to cover two more chords, and they are related to the first two chords I taught you, G major and its relative minor, E minor. Today I'm going to teach you the fourth of the G major key, C major. And the fifth, the dominant, if you will. I'm not going to go too far with the theory stuff, but some basic awareness is pretty helpful. So yeah, overall, I want you to get to the point where you can strum the lot quite cleanly. Which is easy enough. So, I'll teach you these chords, and again, I recommend using all four fingers for the C. Most people will teach it like that, and they will either mute the bottom string by putting the thumb over to... You're not fretting, you're just muting the string, so you barely hear it against the rest of the chord. Or you'll have to play just from the fifth string down, as opposed to playing the bottom string as well, and the D. So, and I do recommend putting the thumb over to mute the strings there, but that might be a bit complicated for you in the beginning. I would suggest just strumming the four strings. It will give you a bit of control with your picking hand, as opposed to, which sounds terrible. So yeah, there are other variations you can do, but the basic idea is just these are the chords. C, D, the fourth and fifth of G major. So, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So you get your C major chord by taking your first finger, the second string, B string, put it on the first fret, gives you a middle C. Then you take that finger, place it on the second fret, on the fourth string, which gets you an E note. So far you've got... Then you take the third finger onto the third fret on the fifth string, the one just below the one you just fretted, so you've got that. Nope, sorry, I'm wrong. Little finger, the way I'm teaching it. Beg your pardon. So you've got that. And then you take your third finger and put it on the third fret on the bottom string. So you get that. So again, first finger, first fret, second string. Middle finger, second fret, fourth string. Then you take the little finger, third fret, fifth string. Third finger, third fret, bottom string. Feel free to play it back again and again if you're just trying to get the chord. But yeah, it looks like that. Whatever. Those are the notes. Okay? That's your C major chord. Then you've got D major. Which is, a bit simpler because it's only got the three fingers. It is quite hard to hold in the beginning, I think. I'm not quite sure why. I always struggled with that one the most. But yeah, so, you get this chord. Take your middle finger. Put it on the second fret on the first string. An F sharp note. The major third of the D major chord. Don't worry about it. Third finger. Third fret on the second string. So far you've got... Then your first finger on the second fret on the third string, the G string, that gets you an A note, which is the fifth of the D major chord. And yeah, so you get that. Again, middle finger, second fret on the first string, third finger, third fret on the second string, and first finger on the second fret on the third string. And you only want to play the four strings, really, the top four. So again, that's C major, 4th of the G major key, and D major, which is the 5th. Okay, so ideally I want you guys to be playing a nice complete sequence. It's a very common chord sequence you'll find in a lot of songs, which is just G, you know, the root chord, to the relative minor, E minor, to the 4th, to the 5th, back to G. So the whole thing will sound. And what's cool about this is that most of the chords have some sort of note that stays the same. So with your G major chord, when you're changing chord, all of the fingers except for the first one come off. That one stays there. So you've just got to put that middle finger onto the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So you get... I'll try to point it more towards the screen. I don't have an ideal recording set up here. And then from there, you keep that middle finger in place, and then put the rest in place for the C chord. And then, unfortunately, the D is a jump. There's no similar notes there. You've just got to bump it all up. And there you go. So yeah, again, the goal, play this as slowly as you need to get it smooth between the chord changes. And I mean as slow, you know, do it snail's pace. It really doesn't matter. You can strum that and wait forever until you're comfortable to move to the chord. Try to move smoothly. Don't worry too much about getting it, you know, trying to jump straight to it and messing up notes. Get the notes clear. You're always aiming for clarity of the chord. So make sure that you're pointing straight down with your fingers, with the tips, not the fleshy pads underneath. It helps you get the notes much clearer. Keep the fingers close to the frets if you can. Makes the notes fretted more efficiently, which saves you some wear and tear on your fingers, which as a beginner is a godsend, believe me. And yeah, then just work towards strumming between them as smoothly as you can. Again, like this. And again. And that's pretty much it. Just practice those chords, practice holding them. Like I say, just watch TV and hold them. Don't even strum, just hold them. Check every now and then, make sure they're all clear. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Just practice. Again, keep it simple. Use those little bits to make it more efficient. Fingers close to the frets, with the tips, not the pads. Tips. And yeah, just practice through that chord sequence. As slowly as you are comfortable. Speed comes quite naturally with this stuff, so long as you get it decent in the beginning. So yeah, just get it as smooth as you can and build up. That's about it. I'll catch you in the next video. See you in the next one. Bye.